Yes, something that keeps coming up for me is I'm thinking of Erickson's psychosocial stages. I don't know who's heard of those, but um, hadn't thought of it until today in this conversation and thinking about Aaliyah and talking about her mom and her age. And if look up Erickson, Erikson, and he talks about stages of life starting from birth through death. So I was thinking about Aaliyah's mom, and she's at the last stage. I was looking at him, integrity versus despair.
Mm.
And she's in the age group where, she's looking at how successful was her life. What did she contribute? And we just naturally go through these stages. So I'm wondering if what she's experiencing is not feeling successful. I don't know her, never met her, don't know that
Yeah.
much about her, but it just kind of sounds like to me she's not feeling like she was very successful just by the way you describe her behaviors. Not saying that I'm not diagnosing her or anything, but
Yeah.
just thinking about the stages, and we're all in different stages, and they all build on each other. And when we start out with, we think about birth, and trust versus mistrust is the first stage. And if we don't even have a basic trust with our caregiver in the very first stage of our life, I mean, we have mistrust right off the bat, and we have that to resolve maybe throughout our whole life. So it's just really interesting. It gets real complex. I'm not going into it, but I just want to say I think it'd be really interesting. It's real easy to read. You can find a lot on Erickson,
Mhm.
and you can look and see what stages you're in, and then you can kind of see too how you don't really understand the older generation as much because you haven't been there and you haven't gone through it. And that's with any of us. Um, I think a lot of maybe that's what's going on with why there's so much estrangement. Um, and younger people are trying to figure themselves out, and it's a different world than it was when we were going through it. So, how we want to offer them to navigate that is very different. Doesn't apply. So they have to figure it out for themselves.